Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions, and my name's Greg. And man, we had a lot of fun last night. I was recording earlier, and I did manage to get my 5 videos in, but just by the skin of my teeth. It started thundering and everything, so I cut out of there. And not long after that, we had stuff move in, and there were tornadoes all over the state yesterday, and like I say, this is not very long after I turned off the videos, and quit doing that, and we had a tornado form, just kind of west of us, and started moving right towards us, and you know. I don't get real nervous. Sometimes I get a little twitchy, you might say. But, I paid really close attention to it and, spot where the tornado is and everything and, know whether I'm going to be in danger, whether I've got to, get our ass to the closet and, and do all that. Because you can survive most tornadoes, if you do it right. But fortunately, it kind of dissipated and kind of lifted right before it got to us. I mean, I was outside watching because I wasn't getting enough radar to suit me, so I'm outside watching. And I looked up and I think I saw what it was as it was dissipating and going over us because, you had the wind and the storm moving one direction. You had other air that was coming in from the north. I mean, just really moving quickly, and it would come in directly from the north and then go straight up. There's a lot of circulation. I mean, it's beautiful. I love those kind of storms. I love tornadoes. I mean, they are awesome. Nature's power. But you have to be careful because they can kill you sure as shit. So anyway, like I say, it was a little exciting last night. Just tornadoes everywhere, but everybody's okay, and that's what counts. So anyway, I wanted to play this. This looked kind of interesting. This is Colin from Men at Work, and he's doing the song Down Under. And for us here in the U.S., this was a lot of our impression of what Australia was. I mean, we'd seen Crocodile Dundee, and we knew it was way over the top and all that, but still, it kind of created this mythos, of Australians here in the United States. So, like I say, this is another one, and he's at the Santa Cruz Guitar 40th anniversary concert, and it's just him on acoustic, and I think he talks quite a bit before this. So let's just check it out. Here's Colin Hay.
This is my signature model guitar. They didn't really build it for me as a signature model. I just got a fucking Sharpie and just signed the inside of it there. So this. I'll play a song now that's the most successful song I've ever been involved with so far. I'm very optimistic. No, but I first heard about Santa Cruz Guitars, not here in the States, but in Melbourne, by a Scottish friend of mine. It's a guitar player called Alex Burns. And I was at the gym, and Alex is kind of a tough guy. He's like a lot of Scottish guys. He's nice. He's a bit of a. He's got a soft centre, but he's got he looks like a hard man, but he's a lovely guy. And he said to me, "You're away to live in America, then, are you, Colin?" I said, "I am." He said, "Oh, that's great." He said, "What kind of guitars do you play?" And I told him. He said, "Oh," should I? He said, "You should play a Santa Cruz guitar." I said, "Really?" He said, "Oh, aye." He says, he says, where are you going to live? I said, I'm going to Los Angeles. He said, oh. He said, well, I'll tell you what you do. You get in your car and you drive up the coast. It's lovely. He said, it's just like Scotland, except it's not raining. And he said, you stop in Santa Cruz. And he said, you get yourself a Santa Cruz guitar. And that's what I did. It was good advice from Alex. I played this song the other night at this called Down Under, the song, and I played it the other night at a friend of mine's wedding. And after I finished playing it, this youngster, as Ed Sullivan used to say, and now for the youngsters. You can't really do Ed Sullivan impersonations anymore because it's just, you just don't really, because he's just, no one knows who he is anymore. Except for you people. But it'd be great to hear Ed Sullivan talking about, with modern speak, you know, going, well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook just blew up. All the social media is just popping off. I watched all the Beatles performances on Ed Sullivan again the other night on DVD, and it's great. There's this one where he's just, the crowd's just going hysterical, you know, and Ed can't control them, you know, and he usually can. And they're all yelling. He wanted to go to a commercial for niacin or something, you know, and he's, you know, come on now, quieten down. And no one would, you know, the crowd's just going, ah, going nuts, you know, and he goes, and then he got exasperated and he goes, come on now, quieten down now. What are you, communists? Great. Anyway, I played Down Under at this wedding the other night, and this young guy came up to me and said, wow, man, he said, that's a really great version of that song. I said, oh, thank you very much. I said, you know, I wrote the song. And he went, oh, well, it was still good. I, like everybody else, ladies and gentlemen, I've been very pleased and honoured to be here tonight for Santa Cruz's 40th birthday, so please give them a round of applause again. Traveling in a fried-out combi on a hippie trail, head full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. She said, do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language, brother? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under, where beer does flow and men they chunder. can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Lying in a den in Bombay with a slack jaw, not a lot to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty. He said, oh, do you come from a land down under? Oh yeah, yeah. Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover, 'cause we are living in a land down under. Oh yeah. Women glow, men they plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, 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 you better run. Living in the land down under. Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover, 'cause we are living in the land down under. Where women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, yeah, yeah. Better take cover.
Well, that was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed listening to him just talk in the beginning. I hope that was okay with everybody, but the way he did that song was really cool. First of all, the guitar is great. The pacing on the way he's doing the chords and the picking on that is really unusual. I love it. I just love it. And then all throughout the song, he's doing all these stylizations with dragging the lyrics or dragging the guitar. Not everything is quite in time. And it's a stylization type of deal that they used to do quite a bit. You can't do it now because they, mechanically adjust everything and make it land right on the beat. But back in the day, people used to do that. The stylization, it gives a different emotional context to the song, I think. And like I say, the whole time that he did that, the way he delivered it, like I say, dragging the lyrics or whatever, or pausing, or doing this or that, it was really effective, really effective. And yeah, just from the onset, it is one of the best songs ever done. It's absolutely killer song. And when it here in the U.S., it was a big deal. So anyway, that was fun. And he's an old guy now. I'm not sure what year that was done, but he's not young anymore, and still has a voice. Still knows how to play that guitar. So that's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. That was very entertaining. So I hope you all did, and I will be back. So hit like, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see you all then. Bye-bye.